Hey, coming to you live from Scotland. How cool is that? Hello, everyone. How is it going today? Let me know in the comments if you're here. Let me know where you're joining from. Love to know where everyone is around the globe. Is anyone near me now, since we're in Scotland for the next 3 to 6 months, our temporary move, if you didn't know. We have built a new little home over here. So let me know where you're tuning in from around the world so I can know where you are, where everyone is all spread out, and if anyone's near me. And today we're chatting about how to turn your comfort zone into confidence. Yeah, sounds like magic. So excited for this live today. So the first thing we have to do if we're going to talk about how to turn your comfort zone into confidence is we have to define what your comfort zone is. So your comfort zone, I like to think of it as like this little safety bubble that we have, and it keeps us safe from anything bad happening, whether it's something that's happened to us in the past and we believe it's going to happen again, or it's just a completely made up scenario that we've created in our mind for what will happen if we take this move forward, if we take this move out of the certainty that we have. So it's like our safety bubble, our safety net. It's where we keep ourselves nice and secure and protected from any kind of risks, right? So that's what our comfort zone is, and we're going to turn that safety bubble into full-on confidence, because if you have that full-on confidence, you cultivate that full-on confidence, then moving out of your comfort zone is like no big deal. So let's talk about confidence really quick, because here's the deal about confidence. Here's the thing that I think everyone misses when talking about confidence. You're not born with confidence in everything you're going to do in your life. Confidence is a result that you create. Confidence is a result, not a requirement for a new skill that you have. You have to choose to create repetition in whatever it is you desire, and that's when you create confidence. It's a result from choosing you, from choosing what you want. And so often we get stuck because we're like, well, I want to do this thing outside of my comfort zone, but I don't have the confidence. But you have to create the confidence. And so it's one simple shift that we can take to go from full-on comfort zone, safety bubble, nice and secure, into full-on confidence to step out of that comfort zone. So it's 3 parts to shift this comfort zone into confidence. So part number 1 is defining what is the other side of your comfort zone. What is it that you actually want? Because the biggest problem here with our comfort zone is that we have our comfort zone, but we're not consciously going, oh, I really would like to do this, but I'm really comfortable here. We're not consciously doing that. We're not consciously noting like, oh, here is a comfort zone that I'm going to stay in. And so the biggest problem is that we have these comfort zones, but we're hiding from them. We're just pretending like, we're just going to ignore this thing that's going on over here, and we're just going to sit around and binge on Netflix for another 2 hours instead and just pretend like nothing is going on. So the first thing you have to do to get that full-on confidence is to get so crystal clear on what it is you actually want. What is the other side of your comfort zone? Because if you're not even thinking about the vision, then why would you even want to create confidence? Why would you even want to take action towards anything outside of that little safety bubble? So the first step is, what do you want? What is the opposite of your comfort zone? What does that look like for you? Get fully clear on that vision first. Now, the second thing you have to do, because here's the thing about comfort zones, and I kind of briefly touched over this in the beginning. So you have your comfort zone, right? Your safety bubble. It's protection for you to not fall into any risks or fall into anything that happened in the past. And what's behind that? What's behind that is fear. And so what you have to do to shift your comfort zone into confidence, once you have that clarity on, okay, this is what's on the other side, this is the excitement for me, now you have to find the thought that's locking your comfort zone down. So what is the fear that's there that's saying, we're going to stay in this safety bubble because? So remember, the first thing we're going to do is what I want is, the opposite of my comfort zone is. Now the second step, the second thing you're going to answer is, and I'm afraid of this because. And this is such a vital piece, to find the thought that's locking your comfort zone down, because now you can no longer hide from that comfort zone. You can no longer hide from that fear. You've taken that fear's power away by calling it out. Now you're not just sitting on the couch, oh, I'm just gonna watch Netflix for another 2 hours and pretend like I have nothing else to do. Now you've called out the fear, you've taken its power away, and from that space you want to do something about it, which brings us to our third step. So now you've found the thought that's locked the comfort zone in. So you've said, I'm afraid because, you've filled in the blank, you've gotten really honest with yourself. What do you think is going to happen outside of that safety bubble? What do you think is going to happen when you step outside? Even if, this is an important part for that second step, even if you logically go, well, I know that's probably not going to happen, or I know that's not true, get it out anyways. That is how you take the power away from the fear, how you take the power away from your comfort zone. Okay, so our third part is to find the opposite, right? So you've said, I'm afraid of this because, and now we go, this is not true because. This is not true because I know that my energy is magnetic, and when I put myself out there, people will see that natural essence. This is not true because you can even use someone else's story. I've seen this person do it before, so I know it's not true. This is not true because I have this experience. But you're finding the pieces of evidence that make that fear not true. And so oftentimes we will bring that fear up, and then we'll say, oh, I know that's not actually true though. Okay, so how do you know it's not actually true? What experience do you have that's proved that wrong? What have you seen evidence of to prove the opposite is true? And now you have the fear, you have the excitement, you have the clarity to lock it all in. Now you choose to act from that place of confidence. You choose to act from this is not true because. You choose to act from the new evidence. Because here's the thing. You have the comfort zone, you have the fear that's locked that in, and you have this is not true because, you have the excitement, and you have the evidence that proves the opposite is true. Both of these are thoughts. Both of these are thoughts that you've created, and you can choose to continue acting from that comfort zone, or you can choose the contrast that you've created and you can act from that. So you have this is not true because, and you have the evidence that supports why it's not true and why you should go for that really big, exciting, crystal clear vision. That is the powerful thought to act from. And it's your choice to act from either. But you have the contrast of that comfort zone. You've taken that comfort zone, you've turned it into confidence, and you choose to act from that thought. So this is not true because, and you have experience, you have evidence, you have past situations that have happened that have proved this. So how would that person show up? What action would that person take? Instead of the person that's in their safety bubble, that's in their comfort zone, how would the fully confident version show up, and what would the fully confident person do? And choose that action. That is up to you, but they're both thoughts. They're both thoughts. The comfort zone fear is a thought, and the confidence, excitement is a thought. And you get to choose which one to act from. And when you can be in this one and you can show, this is how I would show up, this is the action I would do, move forward towards that clear vision that you made in the first step in your full power. Okay, you all? So just to review the 3 steps, it is to get clear what is on the other side of that comfort zone, actually define it, stop hiding from it. Stop hiding from the comfort zone itself, and find the thought that locks in the comfort zone. Find the thought that keeps the safety bubble locked in around you. So I'm afraid because. And then find the contrast. What's the evidence that says this is not true? This is not true because, and choose to act from that. Choose to act from that. So I said in the beginning that confidence, every new level has new confidence. Every new level, you have to step into new confidence. And the same is true with comfort zones. Every new level has a new comfort zone. So you can be just as comfortable in mediocrity as you can be in success. You can be just as comfortable in success. And so to be aware of these comfort zones, to be aware of what fears locking different comfort zones and what new comfort zones you're creating is one of the most powerful tools you can have to support your confidence in every level.